Last year, Simon, you were asked was asked about what you thought Donald Trump's past life was. I feel he was a Chinese emperor, perhaps Qin Shi Huangdi, who was the first emperor who built the Great Wall of China, and or Sun Tzu, who wrote The Art of War. Trump wrote The Art of the Deal, and he is building a wall. Simon, you said to ask again after Trump had been in office 6 months. It's been a year now. What do you think his past life was? Good question.
I'm really, what do we say in England? We have a word chuffed. I don't think that means much I hope it doesn't mean anything rude.
It means you're very pleased.
Yes, yeah, I just hope it doesn't mean the wrong thing. I'm really glad that somebody has sat there, hopefully listened to the last 6 months' worth and had a calendar and ticked it off and thought, right, I'm going to ask him that next month. 1 month to go and I'll ask him. And I'm really pleased that someone has remembered and listened because, you know, I will answer your question, but I've got no time. I'll be honest, I've got no time for people who stand up at a conference, give a talk, or do a radio show, and then people say, oh, I didn't like that. And the speaker says, oh, I don't care what you think. You know, I don't care what you think. I really do care what my audience think. That's why I do what I do. And it's just ridiculous to say I don't care what people think, because if you don't care what people think, why would you stand up on a conference? Why would you do a radio show? So I really do care. So thank you. I'll give you my answer. I absolutely agree with the Chinese connection, but I can't say who he was. I absolutely do agree that he's had a past life. He's had many, but he's had a past life to do with China, with one of the Ming dynasties. That's all I've got on it. But whether he was an emperor or whether he was the guy that put the shoes on a horse, I couldn't tell you that. But yes, there is absolutely no doubt in my mind. And the reason I asked you to come back 6 months later was because with many people who have a complicated energy history today, they've had a complicated history from the past, and I sometimes find some people very mixed. When I look at someone, I will pick up on one or two facts and completely miss something else, but when I come back to them maybe a month later or 6 weeks later, and I think, oh yeah, I didn't see that, I pick that up, because it's to do with the person on the day. If the individual is very fired up and, you know, very excited, then past life connections will come through that resonate with that energy. If then 6 months later I saw that person, they were much calmer, you know, more relaxed, then a different type of past life energy is prevalent, and I'll pick that up on. So that's it. So great. You're on the right market. You may well be right. I can't confirm it either way. Thank you for your question. Thank you for listening to the radio show so loyally. It means a lot to me. Thank you.
Well, you know, I'm going to add my 2-cent commentary to this one as well. I find it really interesting that Simon would say that he cares about what people think and he cares what people's opinions are. You know, and, you know, I pull no punches. You know, I have tremendous issues with a lot of shit Simon says. You know, like the hiding of African history within exopolitics and ufology. Simon, you are one lucky son of a bitch. You're so fucking lucky you live in England, not in America. Because if you lived anywhere in America, I would travel wherever you were, including Alaska or Hawaii. And I would love to get up at a conference that you would speak at in America. I would love to get up in your fucking face and just roast your ass. But I'm not going to England. I have no reason to go to England. Don't know nobody over there. I just know you live over there. But far as it goes with what he said about Donald Trump, that's interesting as well. You know, I ain't gonna lie, I would love to hear his opinion on who he thought Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Medgar Evers, Marcus Garvey, JFK, Bobby Kennedy. I would love to hear who he said they were in the past life. You know, I would love to know what their star families was also. I hope somebody brings that question up again, but use different people. Even though I'm not a fan of Barack Obama, I think that would be interesting. Well, who was his past life? You know, where's his star family? You know, but I think that's interesting. Anyway, signing off.